Okay, let us talk today about the ancient universities of India. If I ask the name, you will normally name Nalanda University, Takshila University, no? But we had many more such universities. Let us know about these. See, this Nalanda University was one of the oldest university in ancient India. The ancient University of Nalanda is situated in the Nalanda district of Bihar. Nalanda was an ancient Buddhist monastery known as Mahavihar, means the complex of monasteries, and associated with Buddhism culture. It was founded by the King Kumargupta I, a ruler of the Gupta dynasty in the 5th century at ancient Magad. Now it is in Bihar. Now it is called as Bihar. The university was the center of learning from late 4 CE to 12 CE. In ancient times, students and scholars from India and foreign countries like China, Greece, Central Asia, and Korea came to university for studies. This university was an excellent center for studies in ancient times such as astrology, astronomy, medicine, mathematics, and literature also. See, in Nalanda University, it had the largest library in the ancient world. The library complex was known as Dharmaganj. This complex consisted the three large buildings known as the Ratna Dadhi, Ratna Ranjak, and Ratna Sagar. Means sea of jewels, jewel adorn, and ocean of jewels. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site under the cultural category. Nalanda University was the first of its type to provide hostel accommodation for students and teachers. Approximately there were 10,000 students and 3,000 teachers in ancient Nalanda University. So you can easily understand here the ratio between teacher and student. 10,000 students and 3,000 teachers. The main contribution of Nalanda was to spread Indian culture all over the world. The Muslim invaders, Bakhtiar Khilji, who was the ruler of Delhi Sultanate, he destroyed and plundered the university in 1200 CE. Realizing the importance of this university, the Nalanda International University was established by the central government after passing a bill in parliament on 25th November 2010, and the renowned economist Amartya Sen was the first vice chancellor of this university. Then Vikramshila University. This was one of the famous universities in ancient India. The ancient university was founded by Dharmpal, a ruler of the Pal dynasty who was a follower of Buddhism. The Dharmpal founded the university mainly in response to declining in the quality of scholarship in Nalanda. So Vikramshila University is situated in Antichak village, Bhagalpur district of Bihar. This university was mainly known through the writings of, this university became famous mainly during the reign of King Chanak. That was 955 to 983. It was one of the two prominent university. This university flourished from the 8th century to 12th century. There were approximately 100 teachers and 1,000 students in this university. This university was very famous for learning the subject like philosophy, metaphysics, Indian logic, grammar, and the subject of Tantra also. And same Bakhtiar Khilji, the ruler of Delhi Sultanate, destroyed this also. Takshila University, this is one of the ancient university, was the first, you can say that it was the first international university from 400 to 550 BC. This university flourished in 500 BC in the Gandhar region, which is at present time situated in Rawalpindi in Pakistan. Taxila was the basically capital of the ancient Gandhar kingdom. It was greatly influenced by the Vedic culture and their philosophy. It flourished under the Maurya Empire, Indo-Greek, Indo and Kushan Empire period. It was founded in 1000 BC and destroyed by the Hun. It was a nomadic tribe of Central Asia in the 5th century and later by Muslim invaders in 12th century. The ancient university was famous for mainly teaching Vedic and Buddhism. The study of Veda and the 18 arts, including the archery, music, dance, hunting, with all other subjects like philosophy, grammar, medicine, means the Ayurveda, and astronomy, All these were studied in Taxila. In 1980, Taxila was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site under the cultural category. And if you talk about the student-teacher ratio here, approximately 10,500 students were studied in Takshila and taught by nearly 2,000 teachers. And the students came here from within India as well as outside India also, like Egypt, Iraq, Greece, Syria, Turkey, China. And the students were admitted here after passing the examination, which was taken by the teacher. So there was an entrance test system. The entry age of university was 16 years. So students were free to have choice of selecting any subject. So now we are talking about all these things in this new education policy. So if you connect it with this, you will say that the new education policy which we have now, it was already there with us. And this university was specialized in the study of medicine and surgery, right? And had taken 7 years to complete graduation. If you have to be a graduate of this university, you will have to spend 7 years. You will be surprised to know that the Kautil, the minister of Chandragupta Maurya, Charak, who is considered as the father of surgery, and Panini, they all were the student of Takshila University only. Next is Vallabh University. This university was a famous ancient university in the western part of India. It is it was located at Vallabhipur in Bhavnagar, that is the district in Gujarat. It was founded by Bhattarka, who was the king of Matraka Empire. Vallabhi was the capital of the Matrika Empire during 480 to 775 CE, and it flourished between 600 to 1200 CE. But after a decline due to less interest by the successor of the Matrika Empire and continued to be attacked by the Arab invaders, in nearly 700 CE, Vallabhi University was considered the competitor of Nalanda. This university was primarily the center of Hinayan form of Buddhism. And please understand that this university was not only the center of religious studies, but there were other subjects also taught, like Varta means the business, the agriculture, theology, Arthashastra, Nityashastra means the law, and the medical science also. So ancient university was famous for its secular studies. Nowadays we are talking about the secularism and all those things. It was already there in our India. So secularism is the essence of Indian culture. There are many references that show that many students of the Brahmanical family did not go to study in Banaras and Nalanda, but they used to choose the Vallabhi University for study. Gunmati and Sthirmati, they were very famous two students of Vallabhi University. Some Chinese traveler who traveled and described this Vallabhi University as it was on par with Nalanda University. Then comes the Odhanpuri University. It was an ancient university situated in the mountain Hiranyaprabhat Parvat at Nalanda district of Bihar. It was also known as Odantpura or Udantpura. It was the center of learning, which was founded by King Gopal I, ruler of the Pal Empire in the 7th century. It flourished till 1200 CE from its foundation. Ancient University was the second oldest university in India after Nalanda University. Many of the people were not knowing this. And we had almost 12,000 students here in this university. And all the varied subjects, almost all the subjects were taught in this university. You will be surprised to know that Acharya Sri Ganga, who was a teacher at Vikramshila University, was a graduate of Odhanpuri University only. And same Bakhtiyar Khilji destroyed this university also. Then comes the Somapura University. It was very famous for the largest Mahavihar. It was situated in the Paharpur or the Nagaon district, which is in Bangladesh now. It was built by King Dharmpal 781 to 825 AD, who was ruler of the Pal Empire. Sompura Mahavihar means great monastery in Sanskrit. It was also known as Paharpur Buddhist Vihar. It covers almost 27 acres of land and is built on the Buddhist architecture style of Cambodia. And this university was destroyed by the Wang army, and it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1985 under the cultural category. Then comes the Pushpagiri University. This university, Pushpagiri University, was a center of learning located in ancient Kaling, means the Cuttack district of Odisha. Its campus was spread into three adjoining hills like Ratnagiri, Lalitgiri, and Udaigiri. Pushpagiri University was a prominent Buddhist seat of higher learning in ancient India and flourished from 2nd century to 10th century. And you will be surprised to know that it was older than Nalanda University. This ancient university was discovered in 1995, and their evidence showed that it may be originally commissioned by Ashoka himself. Bikrampur University. It was built by King Dharmpal, the ruler of Pal Empire in 7th century. This university is located at Munshiganj in Bangladesh and excavated in 2013 led to the discovery of the learning center. The ancient university was mainly the center of Buddhist education. Telhara University. The ancient center of learning was located at Telhara, which is 40 kilometers away from the Nalanda Mahavihar in Bihar. Archaeologists started excavation in 2009, and its ruins were discovered in 2014. Telhara University this university is older than Nalanda and Vikramshila. A three-storied structure, a prayer hall, and a platform to sit over 1,000 students of this university was found during excavations. And this was destroyed and burned, which was explained in excavation by the expert because a 1.5 foot thick ash layer was found. Same way, Jagadala University. It was an ancient Buddhist learning center, mainly the Hinayana sect of Buddhism. This university was set up by the King Rampal, again the ruler of the Pal Empire in 11th century. It is also located at Varendra in Bangladesh. Here, a wide range of subjects were being taught, including Sanskrit. It flourished for a little more than 100 years until the Muslim plunders destroyed it around 1207. Then comes the Nandiya University. It was located at the confluence of the Ganga and Jalangi rivers in West Bengal. It was formerly known as Navadipa. This university is located at the confluence of River and Jalangi rivers in Bengal. It was also known as Navadvip. I didn't get any photo of the site. If you can help me and send me the site photo, I would be very happy. See, there were basically three centers for study. One was Navadvip, Shantipur, and Gopalpura. And the main subjects which were being taught here was the Vyakaran, means the grammar, politics, and law. Raghunath Shiromani was an Indian philosopher and logician who set up a school of logic at Nandiya University in the 15th century. And you must have heard the name of Jayadev, who is the writer of the Geet Govind. He was a graduate from this university.